Donald Trump just had a psychotic meltdown outside of the White House. He held an impromptu press conference where he brought over a DoorDash worker. And while a DoorDash worker who wasn't sure why she was there was standing next to him during this press conference, a reporter asked him about that despicable post he made where he made himself an AI version of Jesus Christ. And he was saying that he was Jesus Christ. And then he attacked Pope Leo XIV. Then Donald Trump said that wasn't a depiction of me as Jesus Christ. He said, I thought it was just a doctor. Here, play this clip.
Did you post that picture of yourself depicted as Jesus Christ?
Well, it wasn't depiction. It was me. I did post it, and I thought it was me as a doctor, and had to do with Red Cross as a Red Cross worker there, which we support. And only the fake news could come up with that one. So I just heard about it, and I said, how did they come up with that? It's supposed to be me as a doctor making people better, and I do make people better. I make people a lot better. As an example, the 11,000, I understand your husband's going through treatment.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
He's going through some very serious cancer treatment, so
yes, sir.
This goes a long way.
Yes, sir, it sure does.
So that's what you're going with? You're saying that you thought that you were posting an image of yourself as a doctor? Everybody saw the image right there. And then, I mean, this is as deranged as it gets, folks. Then Donald Trump is asked by a reporter, so will you apologize to Pope Leo XIV for attacking him, for saying that he is like a bad pope and that he needs to get his act together, and saying he's bad on crime and all these other things you're posting about him? Here's what Donald Trump says. Here, play this clip.
Has the blockade started, sir?
Yeah, started 10 o'clock.
Bishop Robert Barron supports you and your policies and praises you for defending religious freedom.
Yeah.
He now says you owe Pope Leo an apology. Will you apologize?
No, I don't, because Pope Leo said things that are wrong. He was very much against what I'm doing with regard to Iran, and you cannot have a nuclear Iran. Pope Leo would not be happy with the end result. You have hundreds of millions of people dead, and it's not going to happen. So I can't. I think he's very weak on crime and other things. So I'm not. I mean, he went public. I'm just responding to Pope Leo. And his brother is a big MAGA person, and he's a great guy, Louis. And I said, I like Louis better than I like the Pope. No, you have to have law and order in our country, and that's what we have now. We have the lowest crime numbers we've had in a long time, despite the fact that many criminals were allowed into our country, but we've gotten a lot of them out. We've done a great job on crime. So we have the lowest murder rate in 125 years, since 1900. The lowest murder rate. So we believe strongly in law and order, and he seemed to have a problem with that. So there's nothing to apologize for. He's wrong. The other thing is he didn't like what we're doing with respect to Iran, but Iran is wants to be a nuclear nation so they can exterminate the world. Not going to happen.
Then, as I mentioned, you have this DoorDash worker who's standing right next to him. And I don't even think she knew that she was going to be used as a prop by Donald Trump. But Trump used the DoorDash worker as a prop. And then he starts asking her if she thinks that men should play in women's sports. Play this clip.
They want to have, open borders. They want to have men playing in women's sport. Do you think that men should play in women's sports?
I really don't have an opinion on that.
You don't? I'll bet you do.
No, I'm here about no tax on tips.
Yeah. Okay.
And then right now, while we have this very serious purported blockade over the Persian Gulf that Donald Trump has instituted, where in essence, I suppose what's going to happen if a Chinese ship wants to cross this blockade? What's going to happen if an Indian tanker wants to cross this blockade? As there is no resolution that has been reached with Iran, the Pakistan talks were total and utter failures. So Donald Trump's with this DoorDash worker in front of the White House talking about a UFC fight on June 14th. And Trump's like, I've been doing a lot of events. This event's going to be we're doing a UFC fight. Do you and your husband want to come to the UFC fight? Hundreds of thousands of people will be at the White House to watch this UFC fight. Here, play this clip.
I will say I've been involved with a lot of big events. I've never had an event that's had more interest in the UFC fight that we have right at the front door. Right there, they're going to start building about a 4,500 seat arena. And then in the back, at the Ellipse, we're going to have maybe 100,000, 50 to 100,000 people, I guess. They're building tremendous stages, and you're going to have massive screens of the fight. And it's a very popular sport. But I have never been involved, because of the White House and everything. There's a lot of reasons for it. But we're having a fight at the White House on June 14th, and we're going to have an arena built right at the front door.
Wow.
And if you want, is your husband up to coming, do you think? Does he like UFC?
He might.
If he's feeling good, we'll make sure.
I mean, can we just have health care, please? Can we just get people health care? You're ripping away health care from people. People can't afford things right now in this country. People are absolutely suffering. And you're out there talking about UFC fights. People can't afford homes. People are struggling. And this is what he's doing. Then Donald Trump continues to speak more to this DoorDash worker, and it looks like she brought over McDonald's. Let's play this clip.
Hear any of what they're saying? Let's watch and listen.
We call it the Great Big Beautiful Bill. We should call it the Great Big Beautiful Tax Cut Bill, because it's a tremendous amount of money. And that's overtime. That's also on Social Security, as you know.
Yes.
And it's pretty amazing.
Yes, it
Well,
is.
you're really nice. Would you like to do a little news conference with me with these people? These are not the nicest people. They're not nice like you. You know that, right?
I'll do whatever you ask me to do, sir.
So the no tax on tips is something special, right?
It's very special.
And that's the one that really pertains to you more than anything else.
Yes, sir. Yes.
Fantastic. And so it was such an honor to meet you. And I think you voted for me, do you think?
Maybe.
Yeah? I heard you're a great supporter. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
I'll put this over here. And why don't we have a news conference with the president? Want to do it?
Sure.
You don't have to say too much, I think.
Then Donald Trump goes back to manipulate the markets. And Donald Trump's like, he's like, we have a blockade, but there's no fighting right now. Iran is doing no business. We're going to keep it that way. They want to make a deal with us. The right people reached out. They're going to make a deal with us. Here, just play this first clip.
It's going on. Right now, there's no fighting. Right now, we have a blockade. They're doing no business. I didn't like seeing boats come out if they were doing business with Iran, but if they weren't, no boats came out. So now Iran is doing absolutely no business, and we're going to keep it that way very easily. Don't forget, their Navy is gone.
And here's where he says, we got a call this morning. It looks like a deal is imminent. This is what he always does to manipulate the markets every time, while there's still a massive supply shock because the Strait of Hormuz is actually closed. But here, play this, or not, or closed to America and its allies, open to Iran and its allies. Here, play this clip.
And I can tell you that we've been called by the other side. They'd like to make a deal very badly.
Oh, and then more from Donald Trump with the DoorDash worker, where he says, what we're going to do is we're going to make a little stop in Cuba after this. I saw one person say, maybe he should make a stop by America. How about you do a stop by America and help the people of it? We're going to do a stop by Cuba. After Iran, we're going to do a stop by Cuba. I mean, this warmonger, war criminal, despicable, vile human being. This is the press conference you're holding right now. Here, play this clip right here.
It's very.
Mr. President, can I ask you something?
That's good. Thank you. You reminded me.
Mr. President, one on Cuba, sir. You previously said that you had no problem with countries sending fuel to Cuba after previously promising to tariff them. What happened? What changed?
Well, we're going to see with Cuba. Cuba's another story. Cuba's been a terribly run country for a long time. It's got a bad system. It's been very oppressive, as you know. And we have a lot of great Cuban Americans, all of whom just about voted for me. And they were treated very badly. In many cases, family members have been killed. They've been beaten up and mugged, and terrible things happened in Cuba. And Cuba's a failing nation. And we're going to do this. And we may stop by Cuba after we're finished with this. But Cuba is a nation that was just been horribly run for many years by Castro.
You said may stop by.
Then he runs on social media, and here's what he posted on social media moments ago. 34 ships went through the Strait of Hormuz yesterday, which is by far the highest number since the foolish closure began. So if you're wondering, is he totally lying about that? He's totally lying about that. Just making it all up. There's not 34 ships that went through the Strait of Hormuz. There was a few Iranian ally tankers that got out. No U.S. allies, no other tankers. Today, there's been very little activity in the Strait of Hormuz at all. So just, you're like wondering, so is any of it true? No, just completely making up the number 34 ships. Utterly false. Bloomberg says Trump is posting on Truth Social that 34 ships went through the Strait of Hormuz. It was not clear where the president got the exact figure. He's making it up. The guy lies about everything. That's where he got the number from. He just made it up. And also, Donald Trump was facing a lot of criticism today, would be putting it lightly, from lots of different groups and Catholic groups that he would post himself as Jesus, which Donald Trump says, I wasn't doing myself as Jesus. I was a doctor. It was me as a doctor treating patients. The Knights Templar International Organization posted, the Knights Templar Order and its ruling council demand that this offensive and blasphemous image be removed forthwith. We supported Trump in 2016 and 2024. New York Times attributed our support to part of his victory. However, we are deeply offended by this and have no other choice but to condemn it wholeheartedly and ask for a public apology to the Christian brethren who have been deeply upset by this depiction. We respectfully demand that Trump of the Bible scripture found in Galatians 6:7, God will not be mocked. Okay, well, can I say this? He did it. He posted it. Donald Trump did remove it. He just deleted the image. Because he said, I thought it was a doctor. One of the most wild things of this all is that former President Biden is a Catholic who would go to church all the time. And and again, whether you're religious or not religious, as long as you're a good person, a loving person, a caring person, let's be clear. That's all I care about. Okay. The point I'm making is that the fact that before there were Catholic groups who were against Biden, a Catholic president who was a practicing devout Catholic who lived his life and was in a certain way. And then they support Donald Trump, who mocks their religion and mocks all religion and engages in the most despicable and blasphemous behavior all the time. Again, regardless of religions. I know it says a lot to me. And as I mentioned earlier, Iran's President Pezeshkian posted the following. Your Excellency, Pope Leo XIV, on behalf of the great nation of Iran, I condemn the insult to Your Excellency and declare that the desecration of Jesus, peace be upon him, the prophet of peace and brotherhood, is unacceptable to any free person. I wish glory for you from Allah. That's what they're saying over there. We'll keep you posted every step of the way. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 7 million subscribers. Thanks for watching.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.